unfiltered update stream. Straight from the heart of the Pimcore team. Breaking the mold, we're bringing it new. Knowledge and power directly to you.
Hello and welcome to this session of Pimcore Insight. My name is Christian and with me in the session is
Patrick. Hi, Christian.
Hi, Patrick. Patrick, what do you have prepared for today?
Today I would like to talk about a different topic because in our other videos we're talking about greater features or bigger improvements. And this time I'd like to talk about various usability improvements because I think if you put them all together, they also will make a big difference.
And we did quite a lot of them recently in Studio, right? So we collected the feedback and then really improved Studio here and there with some small things which might make the difference. And yeah, it's a good idea. Let's start with languages. Did we do some modifications in working with localized content?
Sure. There, first of all, I want to show you the split screen that we have implemented right now. So in here, you can adapt two languages in the same window. Or if you, for example, have to adapt the French version, you can switch it here. Then it's just one window where you can adapt multiple languages. And I have switched the language in the split screen. I can also switch languages here. And there we also got the feedback. If you have a lot of languages, that's not really funny to switch through all of those languages. So that's why there is now a language selector and also a search bar to search for the correct language, which helps really a lot.
I think so too, yes. We had this also in Classic UI, of course, and makes navigating through a lot of languages much easier. Actually, I know projects where we have 20 languages and more, so there are really a lot of languages there. Yeah, really cool. I also know we did a lot of improvements in the grid, and especially the grid column configuration, I think was a bit clumsy, so there was a significant improvement, I would say.
Yeah, sure. So here is the grid of the accessory parts. First of all, only a small improvement, but I think it's really cool. We also show the icons now, so it's way easier to find the correct class. Let's switch to the car class. And now if I go to the grid configuration, and if I want to add a field, in the past, if you added one field, then you had to open the menu once again. And now you have a clear structure, so it's the structure of the class itself. And if you add fields, the menu still is open. And for sure, it's also possible to search for fields in here. So that should make it way easier to create your configuration. Also in the expanded view, all the fields are always visible, and that should really speed up the work there.
Definitely. And yeah, especially when you add a lot of columns, then it's much easier. Just click on them. They're added to the grid configuration. Really cool. Yeah. Is there something we improved with the advanced columns as well?
For advanced columns, it is the same. So if you're using the advanced columns, you have the same possibilities if you add fields, so with structures and adding the columns for the configurations. And we also included classification store attributes now for the advanced columns. Cool. That's very, very important. Not a UX UI topic, but a very important
functional topic. Yeah. I know that we have this grid configuration also updated in the batch editing and in the Datahub configurations. Maybe let's quickly have a look there as well.
Yeah, so before switching to the Datahub configuration, you mentioned the batch editing. So I will select these elements. And now if I go to the batch edit, you will see that it's the same logic in here. So the fields stay, and if you select them, you do not have to open the menu once again, which speeds up the whole process a lot. And then also for the Datahub, for the REST endpoint, for example, here, if we go to the schema definition, the same logic applies. We do have all the fields in here. You can just add them, search for them, and we do not have to open the menu forever for every column that we need in there for the configuration.
Really cool, really cool. Another topic that I heard here and there is that in some of the grids were filters missing. So we also added some.
Yeah. So for example, here in the notes and events list, that applies to other lists as well. So for example, to recycle bin or other lists, we now implemented filter possibilities. Also here, same logic, and there you can search for specific fields, for example, here like date, or let's use the title and search for text, for example. And then it's filtered for all entries with text in the title. And that also should make your life way easier when searching for stuff within those lists.
Really cool. And is there something else you want to share?
Yeah, last improvement is not the last improvement that we did, but the last improvement that I want to show you right now in this video. So here in the documents, we added the highlighting feature so that you see at a glance which areas can be edited.
So also a small tool, a small improvement, which helps the editors to find their way and know what they can adapt and optimize for their content. You're really cool. That's it for today already. Maybe one additional improvement we did with the Pimcore Insight. We also added now playlists for specific topics, and there is one UX playlist as well. And if you are interested in other UX topics, just have a look at this playlist and you'll find other Pimcore Insight episodes of UX topics. But for today, we're at the end. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.